Guys, we rehearsed this. It's quack. Howdy folks, Grok the DuckFarmer here on the ModSauce server, and I got a little bit of work done here behind me. You can see you've got the beginnings of a mob farm. It's a pretty simple, very generic one. I think I went overboard with the fans to blow them in, but I figured, yeah, they need to go in fast. They will spawn on the cursed earth, and then the fans blow them into the little hole there, where down below they get ground up, grind, and they die. And that's a good thing, and everybody's happy. The glass is right now not the dark glass, so light will leak through, but I really don't care at this point, because I don't have enough wool, so I'm not going to worry about that. Also, I have some fun little switches over here. I can turn the fans on and off here, and I can turn the ceiling lights on and off. The way this is set up, if the fans are off, then those row of lights there are on to kind of stop the spawns. So let's turn those lights off. You can see the top lights are off, and they'll start spawning where it's dark enough for them. And then we can turn the fans on, and it turns off the rest of the lights. And then splat, in they go. And then the grinders will grind them up. Grind. And, you know, the goodness comes out. So, that's what we're there for. One of the things I'm looking for, a lot of zombie heads. I could really go for zombie heads. Use those for item filters. Also went with the Sky Stone. Just as extra precaution, we've had some accidents before with trying to do stuff and mobs dropping in, specifically the stupid creepers, because they blow stuff up. But the good news is I can just go blink, and that should stop the majority of them from spawning. And once it looks like they're all in, yeah, it looks like they're all in, I can go ahead and turn the fans off, and that turns on more lights, and it's a safe. Now, as soon as they're all ground up, hey you, get ground, die. Okay, he doesn't want to die. Anyway, I can come up here and take a look and go, yep. Ain't nobody up here. It's safe to go in and do work. And one of the things I'm looking at is taking this and making it dark glass. There, now he died. Yeah, it works. And the mob farm is done. At least this section of it. You can see the cursed earth has spread along. We've got a little border of smooth stone slabs there, just because I noticed there were some mobs spawning in that back area, and they're not supposed to go there. They're supposed to spawn on the cursed earth, where that would push them into the center so we can get their stuff. That's the way it's supposed to work. Also, you can notice I don't have my armor on, because I died. I went into the nether and wanted to get me some soul sand to get some more nether quartz real quickly, and died. Ghast attacked me. I was responding to the ghast and then got swarmed by pigmen, and I was going, that's not nice. So I threw together this little setup to make some soul sand, and it works pretty nicely. Back there is an aqueous accumulator with some water to the side, and it's backwards, so it's actually back end is pointed into the stone barrel, which fills it with water. And then because it's got the mycelium to the side, that is turning this into witch water. And then if there's sand in here, it just turns it into soul sand. Boom, soul sand. I'll just drop over here into the sieve, and hey, look, nether quartz. So I cobbled this together so I can get some more nether quartz going, and then I realized, you know, I need to get my full sieving system going, and I shouldn't have built that there, because I'm going to put my full sieve system here, and I'll take that soul sand bit and embed it in the wall behind it. So yeah, that's what I need to do. Go ahead and build that. Got this prepped up. It's a transfer node with some world interaction upgrades. I found I had an extra one, so I tossed that in. Goes into the drawer controller, and that just automatically feeds it into the system. And you know, that's 364 double compressed cobble already. That's pretty fast. This storage bus means I can access that with my ME system, and this is all just temporary. I was just proving the concept, and yep, that's working. Probably attach it from below. And it's working great. So I'm going to sit there and take all the output from the sieves and make a big bank of drawers here, so that it just feeds it in and stores, and then it's accessible elsewhere. So that's what I'm going to be doing now, and eventually when somebody else comes on the server, I'll see about getting my corpse back, but there were so many angry pigmen, I don't want to do that alone. And it's done. Well, as much as I'm going to do for right now. It's looking really nice, it's working really well, and as you can tell, I've got my armor back on. Oh yeah. Did a little bit of work with Reinwick. We ran out there and I died again. And she almost died, but we realized that, you know, getting this stuff enchanted would probably be a good idea. So I've been busy doing that too. But let's go ahead and take first a look at the Civ stuff in a little bit more detail. As you can tell, there's nothing in it. Well, that's just a visual glitch. If I turn... No, you can't see it. Oh well, we'll turn around this way. Now there's stuff in it. Yep. So, one of the things that I've got here, here's the pulverizers. This one makes gravel, this one makes gravel to sand, and this one makes gravel to sand to dust. And over here we're making soul sand, which is also very nice. Have a little switch here so I can turn them on and off. It actually turns these on and off right away, whereas this, it plays with the power and will go ahead and what stops powering them, because there isn't an on-off for these guys. So that's why this is off and that's still going. But you can see the power is slowly going down. That works. I can control each one individually if I want. And then here is that station I showed over there, which is now over here, where it makes more sense. It's making witch water here in the stone barrel because it's got those mycelium bits near to it, so that's working out well. And stop catching on fire. Back here, yeah, it's a real spaghetti of cables, but it's working very nicely. Using a lot of channels here of different colors so that I can route things out. Somewhat similar, actually it's almost exactly the same as what Thorgal did. And I'll link to his video again because it's an excellent video on how to set this up. But I'm going ahead, and he has different channels to route things in, but since I have locked all these barrels, this red channel is for stuff that's been produced that just needs to go someplace, and it could go over there to the whole array of drawers, or it could go to these drawers of items here. They could go into the crafters. I also have this gold chest, which it doesn't need to be a gold chest anymore, but a little bit of storage so that, as you saw there, things that are ground up need someplace to go, and they may not have an open slot. Like, no, actually these are pretty good, but it's this bad boy down here that could be the problem. If he's got a lot of things in him, say he's doing 3 ore gravels of some sort, he can't accept anything else while he's processing those. So if 2 things come in at the same time, one of them needs someplace to go, and that's what that chest over here does. I had it about half full while I was monkeying around, so it's I'm glad to see that is no longer an issue. Out we go. And this is working really nicely. That controller sees all these, and we buried the ME interface underneath. So we can, this we're thinking as we need other things up here, we exposed that wire. But yeah, we can access all this stuff through the ME that's underneath it, and that's really nice, particularly, you know, getting more and more diamonds, because we kept going, we don't have any diamonds, we need to get diamonds going. Well, I can just come over here and say, give me diamonds, and away it goes. Let's see, what else did we do? Oh, set up a brewing stand here with a I just knocked out a 3x3 with my hammer and filled it up with water, and got a QED going so we could set up a magma torch, and that's right about there, just above that block. And oh, so much quieter. Don't have nearly the mobs so close. I think all the mobs I see on the map are almost all zombies, and I think they picked up something, so I'll have to go out there and hunt them down and kill them. Speaking of killing them, broke through this wall and did a little exploring of a huge amount of caves and lit them up. And picked up a couple berry bushes, which is very nice. And then I realized, well, Reinwick realized something really cool. Wrong key. If I come into here and do sieve, you can take a look at this thing here, and that's not getting me there. What I need, let's say, sky stone. We were looking at what to do with these things, and this popped up, and we went, oh, that little link right there, that's what I was looking for, recipes. This tells me what the sieve can produce, and I'm processing each of those, and I'm processing those. This I didn't realize. Get congealed green slime, get a chance for sapling, but I already got sapling, so I'm okay. I knew about dirt, and it could produce a lot of different seeds, but I don't need any of those. Haven't gone to the end yet, so crushing up some end stone gives a pretty good chance of getting platinum ore, which is the shiny metal, and that's pretty cool. Get plenty of the rest in huge quantities. This I hadn't seen. Crushed netherrack, ardite and cobalt, and we've got plenty of these, but the ardite and cobalt, that's a definite way of getting those. Yeah, gravel, got plenty of gravel. Stone. We can get essence berry bushes from stone. Ho ho ho! I only really care about the XP from the essence berries, so we may spend some time grinding some of those around to make a bunch of these. Oh yeah, spiders, they can still track you, and so they want to come out here. Fall down. Let me turn that off. You can see little X's occasionally. Alright, so that's looking very nice. Mekla came in here and did a bunch of work getting the auto crafting up and looking very nice. Next, making more processors, but looking really good. Watching this, oh man, does this thing work so nicely. I'm liking it. So what else do we need to do? Oh, let's go up. Few more bits of work. We've kind of cleaned out this area a little bit. Got a nice border here of XP at the top, and I keep thinking that's kind of a kludgy way of doing it, and let me show you what I mean. We'll drop down here. Still haven't done anything about setting up power down here, but that's okay. So when I say kludgy, we've got the Tesseract bringing in fluid, and we've got plenty of mob essence. That's not a problem. I'm taking the auto enchanter here, grabbing bottles from above, and it enchants the bottles using the mob essence and puts it into the autonomous activator here, which just throws it at the vacuum hopper, and it just goes ahead and sucks in the liquid XP, which you can see here, and that sends it back up to another Tesseract where it pours into that ring, and it looks really nice. And still wanting flight, but what? Come on. Still wanting some flight, but these rods are very, very nice. Poor man's flight, we're saying, and it works very nicely. So at this point, I'm thinking I need to enchant the rest of my armor. I need to get the rest of the bits to enchant the helmet. I already got the protection 4 book. I need to get Aqua Infinity and Respiration 3. And then I will enchant that. Also needing to enchant the Terra Blade, so it has sharpness and looting. The problem is getting heads for the looting. So heads. We've got 2 of these, and those don't work, and we've got 2 of these, but these do work upstairs. Let me show you. The Ender IO Enchanter is fantastic because you can just tell it exactly what you want and get that book. And in the case of looting, it needs heads, and they don't seem to be the working the way I would hope they would, Because if I come into here, and let's get you and you and you, the creeper heads work, so that's fine. These Enderman heads don't, and these ones don't either. So I need 3 of the same to get to the looting 3 that I'm looking for. So Rhinewick's been running around killing a bunch of things, and so far no joy. I also want to get some more ender or zombie heads so that I can use my slice and splice so that I can have the advanced item filters. But since I've got the filters working now, I'm not caring so much. Yep, I do like that border. I think that looks really cool. Alright, time to get a few more things doing. So these are the gold chests that I dumped all the stuff from the digital miner in, and I've already looted some of the stuff out of it, but that's quite a lot of stuff out of here, which is pretty nice. Now I've got to move it back to base, so we're going to go ahead and do that right now. It's funky the way the infected leaves kind of come in. Updates here at the Mana Land. We've got the enchanter in place, because you know that's what the armor needs. And we got a 3rd stack up there. Oh, mute button for the win. That was a strong sneeze. Alright, so back to hello pigmen. Back down here. Come on, there we go. And we'll dump off all this stuff. And I'll show off some of the other cool stuff that we've done in the last little bit. I'll keep the yellow right. Thump. So, stuff that's done, that's all done. This is now in place. It's the beginning of our bulk processing. So we've got the redstone furnaces, the pulverizers, the sag mills, and the alloy smelters. And at some point when we get blaze rods, we'll have ender chests for moving stuff around. But until then, we've got these chests that are available, and I've left some of the piping exposed because I was too lazy to do anything. We're not quite sure what we're going to do for decoration through here, so no sense in doing carpenter blocks here or conduit covers until we know what we're doing. Anyway, the typical thing I do with this is I take a look and see what gets me the best bang for the buck. 3 for 1 in the QED, that's not bad. Crusher, sag mill is probably what most of the stuff runs through. So, sag mill it is. And in it goes. And that will start being processed by all 4. Because I set up back here. I told it to use the round robin, so it shoves off items to all of the smelters or the alloy smelters or the sag mills or whatever as fast as it can, so that we're processing lots and lots and lots. And it all gets shoved into here, and we have all the stuff. And that's important. Well, it's been a full and busy day. A little bit of death, a little bit of carnage, a little bit of building. It's been fun. This has been Grok the DuckFarmer here on the ModSauce server, having too much fun. Thanks for watching. Bye.